Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Yeah, the music is very calming. I hope it's still working. There you go. Pick it up a little bit. Still trying to figure all this stuff out when it comes to setting this stuff up. I don't have screens like some other streamers, so I gotta try to do what I can without going absolutely crazy over this. And that shrinks up my screen if I do it that way. Crap. Oh, we just have to do it this way. All right. I think there's one person in here, maybe two. The great and wonderful cup of tea, who may be falling asleep if the music is calming enough. And if that's not blinding enough for people, there you go. That way it doesn't scare off LDA if he has time to pop on. This is what the cryptocurrency is looking for. All the big news is really focusing on the ETFs for Bitcoin. As you can see, the greed index, fear and greed index is 70, which is doing all right. Well, don't feel like you need to stay up for me, man. I got on here very late. Family time comes first, but after reading a couple things up on Discord and X, I feel like it was an obligation to come up here and run some contracts. I wanted to do it earlier while everybody was at work, but what are you gonna do? So what I want to try to do is run a couple things from Solana. So let's check this one out. I feel like with about half, I can do that. You let me know if that works any better. Headed to bed and see you were live, popped in to hit the like and say hi. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, Fire Dozer Mike, what's up, man? Hope all is well. If the music is doing better than it was before, then just let me know. So we're going to try this up a little bit. We're going to go to a 15-minute chart since that's kind of a day. Alrighty. No, you don't have to put them in China. You don't have to put them in China. You don't have to put them in timeout. He got to spend time with the wife. He got to kick his feet up. He's probably lowered his blood pressure down a little bit. We're going to copy this address and jump right over here to Quick Intel. And we're gonna paste it and scan it. So as far as I know, it's not as detailed as it is on the Ethereum blockchain or any of those other ones. For Solana, you kind of just get these right here, which, if I understood this correctly, LDA said I went to my first doctor's appointment in years the other week. My BP was perfect. Perfect, eh? We'll go on a couple streams and then go back. We'll test that out. So there was a question that was raised in Discord about the liquidity pool, saying it seems like all of them are locked. And if you guys can remember, that Quick Intel is partnered up with some liquidity pools. I don't know all of them. One of them being, this is all Solana. All right, LDA, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. So if we look at P's right here, being the on the top three, and we look at their lock liquidity, this is it. So you have Unicrypt, you have Team Finance, DXLs, Floki Lock, and Gem Padlock. Apparently, when you run a Solana contract, there aren't any liquidity pools like those that I just named off. So essentially, all of them are going to be locked or burned. And someone else brought up a good question in Discord as well about is it better to have it locked or is it have it burned? And Ninja answered it much better than I did. I always thought it was better to have it locked because if you burn it, it's technically no value. Have you seen COQ? No, but let's check it out. If I spell that right, COQ. Oh, I hope that's the one. A lot of buys lately. No, I have not run a BitBoy, but we can. I'm all right with that. 88 million. Check in the audit. What is this on? Oh, AVAX. AVAX seems like it's kind of getting up there. See, the fact that it says other risks just gets, those are the kind of things that makes me think I need to know the dev team. Oh, did he really? Let's see if we can run a Ben coin. Ben. I'm assuming this would be it. With a liquidity of $1 million? No way. That's not right, is it? It might be. Yep, Ben coin right there. Pioneering global crypto adoption. So let's get that ran. It's on the ETH. There is a V2 already. Oh, of course there is. Well, this isn't doing too shabby for the V1 if it's the same one. And if we jump out of here for the day chart. Oh my gosh, that looks terrible. I mean, it's picking up. I think a lot of coins and tokens are going to be picking up. It was 6 to 7 million the last time I checked. The symbol has 3 arrows. How do you even write that? Ben. Yeah, it has 3 arrows. I can't imagine somebody just making all of these. Yeah, I would assume that's the one. Well, if I were to run that through this should tell me when it's actually done or when it was created if it was V2. This one was created 2 months ago, yeah. This must be the V2. There are 3 warnings and 4 cautions. It is not a renounced contract. It has no liquidity pool locked or burned. Potential modified transfer with no checks or hidden mints. And I think maybe this is my biggest challenge when it comes to this. Camo, read the spelling in your head. COQ. COQ. And I'm so lost. It is way too late for me to think that hard. 100 million market cap. COQ. 100 million market cap. Is it on the Ethereum blockchain? Is it on the... Is it AVAX? Definitely not Ethereum. It has to be on Avalanche. It was the right one, but it's saying the name wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is what happens when I stay up late at night. Oh, I'm not saying that. Nope. Oh, that's too funny. Gosh. I hate you. Reward. You are awesome. Okay, let's... Well, if you don't mind me asking you, when you check your contracts, what's one thing that, if you don't know the project, and obviously that's not doing your research, but let's say you find a token or a coin that you want to jump into and you want to run it through the scanner, which one of these is a 100% I'm not touching it warning or caution? I've seen to trust Shadow Shield a lot when it comes to those things. You know, one was a big one. What was that? Oh, what was that? Oh my gosh, I'm getting blinded here. I don't even know where that button's at to dim it down. Sorry. I wrote that. Just go to my profile. This one right here. The TRB. That was a crazy one that showed up. TRB. And yeah, oh man, this was crazy. That's not the one I wanted though. TRB. This one. COQ Inu to the moon. You can write it as many times as you want. I'm not going to say it. Yeah, this one. You know, you'll have to explain to me. I try to get someone to explain me the short and long stuff. I just remember Chad explaining that it's a big risk, high reward type situation. Yeah, it did. It went, actually, I think it got over 6. If I see this line correctly, that's 6. It got to 702 in the first 8 hours. Which is mind-boggling to me that no one saw this when you run it through the scanner. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, all you had to do is run it once. It's not renounced, has no lock. I don't understand this one actually. When it comes to external contract risk, all it does is give you an address. I need to ask Ninja what you should do, I guess, because it just oh my gosh, that is bright. Let's just dim ya. There we go. Hey, that's a blue. Wonder where that was copied from. So if it takes you to the contract, oh, short is just selling something you don't own. Well, you make it sound so easy. Yeah, shorting something means you're betting the price will go down. Which I'm sure a lot of whales do when it comes to like the whole Bitcoin thing, when the whatever company said that the ETF was a maybe, probably going to be a no, speculation about it. And when this gets to here, it sends you to this contract, which I don't know where to go from here if I were to click on this external contract risk. Then again, it just takes me back here. Just another learning curve I need to have up my sleeve. But to be honest with you, if it's not renounced, I'm not touching it, especially if I don't know who the team is. He did go through all this stuff in that one video on the Twitter page. Showed you all those things, but I still can't believe that this was ran in September on the 27th, before the new year. So the fact that that was detected then and still no one saw that is mind-boggling to me. But what are you gonna do? I'm gonna give this a shot. The dashboard, I have no favorites, and as this gets processed through, what's up with Anon Web3? Was checking it out today. You know what? That was an interesting one, and I was actually. Let's see if I can go there. So, hi, Crypto Camo. I'll go to my post. This is what this is what popped up, which is, I like the idea of this. So with this, from a guy who listened to half of these influencers, how do you say that properly? Anon Web3, I guess it is. What they developed was a ranking system for influencers to basically to keep them accountable. Now, with that being said, you only get so many votes, and which was funny because when I saw this, I said, man, that is a lot of red. Not really grasping the influencers, but then they responded to me saying, who do we spot here? And I got my name up on there because apparently someone threw my name up there. So What are you gonna do? I mean, the fact that someone thought of me or doesn't like me, whatever the case is, but it's here or there. I haven't checked it since then, but who was it that oh, it was Freeman. You guys remember Freeman? Freeman brought up a point, and he's the one that brought it up. So I remember when I first did this, I brought up, let's see if I can find it. I think that's not there. So when I first saw this Anon Web3, I don't know where it's at anymore. Oh my gosh, I am going dizzy here. Okay, long story short, so I don't bore you with it. When I submitted my comment here, I put probably 15 to 20 names up here, and 2 of them did include Advanis, Matt Mortar, and Just Moonshot. And I was excited to see some of these other ones like Jake and Upop, Rodney, because those were guys who I did let them influence me in my first year of crypto. But then John jumps up here and brings out something, because I thought he said something. Yeah, right here. He says, oh, I see that Matt Mortar is special. He gets a free pass from getting a thumbs up or thumbs down, at least from what I have seen on the most recent influencers that have been added. But you will add 3D Crypto Camo, who isn't a real influencer. Psh, what about Just Moonshot or Chad Redding? And as a joke, obviously you can't take into context what people write about you. I said, wow, not a real influencer. I'd say ouch if I was really that sensitive of a guy. And then he commented basically saying that he's popped in here once or saw me on another stream where he saw me laughing at myself. So I clarified with him, like, I wasn't hurt feelings with it. But he brought up a very good point. And I think it was right here. Yeah, I said I was just kidding. But then he said, I was told to move on, and I should, but when I see stuff like this, where someone asked, which I'm assuming is me, to add 2 influencers who lied and gave empty promises to me and others, it is something up. So this security team ignores the requests. Wrong. Now I know why. And I could not for the life of me figure out where he found this. Then he told me to check it out myself. And I did. I went there, and you have all this figured out. So they have an influencer tag, and they also have a coin. And when you go to the very top, you see Advanis up there, and then Anon Web3. But it's just remarkable how much they have for all these votes. And then in 24 hours, they get 21 votes. So it's questionable. But I started getting over it. I mean, I like the idea of this, to keep people accountable, even me, because I will put up these as well. And if I ever find somebody who questions stuff like this that I put up there, like I'm not afraid to put this stuff up here because of what the scanner says, and then find out that it was pulled. Now, I'm not as good as some people are when they put it up beforehand. I don't trust myself for that, because I'd hate for somebody to to call me out, and it's just because I don't know how to read the contract yet. I'm learning though. So when it comes to some of these things, it was definitely interesting when I heard him talk about it. Let's see. I used to be a stock options floor. Oh, really? I never knew that. It happens all the time. He always brings out good points. I kind of miss his videos because when Moonshot was missing, he brought out some very good, interesting points, and I still love to hear from Moonshot. Actually, he just brought up something else that I just saw this. Posts. I replied. If you go to his, it's blocked. He posted this about an hour ago. And remember when this was $100? I don't know if it was $100. I thought it was $50. You could use your Advantis NFT to have free access. Pay $300 for a course that is free. And I'm assuming the $300 was because of the NFT that you had to buy. And plus Moonshot made this and no longer is on the team. Sucks for those who paid for it. Shame on you. And I'm assuming that he either bought an NFT or he bought this course. Because I learned some things from Moonshot when it came to that stuff, just like Chad. Chad learned a lot from that kind of stuff. He always brings out good points. The trading course that no one wanted. Yeah, well, again, I've learned some things, and I know they're not his tactics from learning stuff, but before he made millions off of whatever wallet. I did like some of the things that he did point out when it came to that. I mean, I think that in a genuine Moonshot was there that was trying to teach people about contracts and was trying to teach about charts. I mean, Chad jumped into reading charts very well, and eventually I'm sure he took his own turn for it and started teaching himself, which is probably a good thing. So yeah, definitely interesting. All right, let's see. I'm gonna run a few more before. This Mickey one has been kind of popular. 6 million. Actually, oh my gosh, I'm kicking myself now because I saw this on day 2. So if I saw this on day 2, oh, I'm kicking myself right now. So day 2, I saw it right here. 2 zeros and a 1. I guess I just would have added a 0 to it. Well, was disappearing with a pretty big wallet in the course. Or did he keep that trick to himself? You know, it's kind of a bummer. Let's see, I can actually pull that up over here. If you were to run a contract, and I think it was, what is it called? JBD, I think it is. Just data from blockchains, that's what it is. I was shocked to hear that they are actually closing down their program or their data chain, their app. Come on. Don't do this. There we go. So Mickey if you were to go to contract snipers. No. Right here. It's time for us to draw a line. Due to financial reasons, we will be shutting down the JDB app on Sunday, January 7th, which is in 2 days. Please ensure that you save your private keys and important JBDs, trading wallets onto your MetaMask by this date. So this is all closed down. I enjoyed this one because of how you're able to track your wallets and everything. I mean, I like the idea, and that's what it scares me, because good projects like this are ones that I really like. Look at this. The average holding time is 17 hours. Are you kidding me? Gosh, that is crazy. Wallet transactions. So the way they cover this information right here, 771 new wallets. Excited wallets, I'm not sure which one that is, and then swing wallets. Like, that's a lot of good data. Doesn't really tell you anything for new wallets, unless that is, oh yeah, that's new wallets, active wallets. But yeah, there was one part of this that, yeah, down here. Oh, so if we were to look at some of this information for profits, and you can follow these wallets, and it continues to just give you all this information about that wallet. Kind of bums me out that they're not going to be running the app anymore. It was good while it lasted. But with that being said, oh wow, Mickey has collected 17.6 ETH. For what? What is it that they do? Shadow Shield says, oh, scam code, hidden mints, delayed honeypot with a total of 50%. Here is some of the suspicious code about it. This code is creating a function called min, or minimum, I'm assuming, that takes two numbers and compares them. It will then return the smaller number. The words private and pure just mean that the function can only be used in certain ways and won't change anything. No idea what that means. Oh, see, this is another one that kind of weirds me out with, it's renounced, but yet you have this function here. So let's see what it means. This code is telling the computer to swap a certain amount of tokens for money, but only if the person asking is the one who is supposed to do it. The computer also checks to make sure the amount is correct before doing the swap. I'm not sure what that means. So, got quite a few wallets that are in the 1%. And we'll see how that goes. Gosh, my fan on my computer is going pretty hard right now. I got a question, and maybe this, I'll leave this to, what's his name? Ninja. So you see that it's a 0 buy and a 0 sell and a 0 transfer. So then how the heck do they get 17.6 ETH? That is a question I would love to know. How the heck do they get so much in their taxes that are collected by having 000? I don't know. One last check at the dashboard to see what's going on here. And I think I'll give it the rest of the night. and shut her down. Now that I ran a few things, so as this stuff runs, I probably don't use this stuff enough. So you have the pass. I'm assuming the pass is for the honeypot. Failed, caution, and I do like this because it tells you how many wells are in there. GMX doesn't have any wells, but there's a caution, so be careful. And just for giggles, we're going to go to cryptocurrencies. We're going to go to the recently added, and let's try BNB. Oh man, let's check Coinbuck. We're gonna copy this contract. It's gonna be so cool if we get to see Quick Intel's symbol right there. Just bam, scan it right there from CoinMarketCap. Let's give this a scan up here. Paste. BNB. Scan it. Buck. Coinbuck has a couple warnings, has a lot of 2 warnings and 2 cautions. It's not renounced. It has no liquidity locked. It can blacklist. And here are some external contracts or external actions that can happen. And this code is like a magic spell that makes some of your coins disappear forever. First, it checks to make sure that you have enough coins to burn or destroy. Then it takes those coins from your account and makes them disappear from the total amount of coins in the world. This is called burning the coins. The code also tells the other person that your coins are gone and makes sure everything is done correctly. So if that's a burn for your, but how, I don't understand, how are you burning if there's no taxes? So yeah, that's all I got for the rest of the night. I appreciate you guys for jumping on and chilling out for a little bit this evening. Sorry if I put you to sleep with that music reward. And I'll try to get on here some other time to give this a shot. If you're brand new and you're checking this out, be sure to give Quick Intel a look on their website. I don't know what's going on with my computer right now. There. So, fun stream. Have a good night, Camo. Yeah, buddy. You have a good night too, and hopefully I can do this again soon. And anybody else who is watching this later or checking it out right now, this is Quick Intel's website. You give it a shot. Check out their white papers. And you could either buy it on Ethereum, or if you don't like expensive fees, you can go to Arbitrum. With that being said, you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.